Thank you very much, Kirigo Vincent. Welcome.
Always a pleasure. How are you? Yes, we should clap for you.
Yes.
Just concerned how the viewers are going to see this.
Yes.
You well?
I'm well.
Great.
The first question would be, we've seen a lot of talk. I want to get your views first on what route do you think the IEBC should take, because there are pressure from all sides. Now we see the church also joining the discourse. What should happen? Should the IEBC commissioners go home? Should they yield to pressure? What should happen?
I think two things. One is the IEBC problem is mainly political. So therefore whereas there are some legal issues that must be sorted, and I think we pointed out, number one, the appointment process, which favors of course the president, and then you also have issues to do with the 2013 elections. They did not handle the elections in a satisfactory manner, and of course you remember the affidavit that the chairman swore during in the Supreme Court. So the main problem with the IEBC is first political, and therefore we have to ensure that we give a political answer to the political problem. We should commend the church for the effort they have done. I think they should continue in that path, maintain that non-partisan approach, ensure they also reach out to the Jubilee side, and then ensure that we collect the issues. What are the issues? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 of them. Ensuring we have a credible and transparent and a commission that is acceptable across the board. So I also would think we need to hear the side of the IEBC, because they're saying, yes, we don't have a problem to go follow the law, but as I was saying also, the problem is political. In politics, the perception is that I was just interviewing my driver on my way here. What do you think? And he tells me everybody talks across the divide. It's the Jubilee position or the court position. So the country is divided half. I think this is the time whereby the late Saitoti said there comes a time when the interest of the country is higher than that of the individual. And I think possibly the IEBC, some of them would consider a process. Let's have a process that can see them exiting, because the challenge also, Willis, we need to ask ourselves, and this is the challenge also to the media, is questioning, suppose IEBC is to go, when is the earliest that we can have a new commission, and will they be prepared for come 2017, because are we also getting into a process that actually will prepare people? Willis, if you are the chairman, assuming you get into in September, by the time it comes to August, will you be prepared, or are you being set for failure? So I think the conversation also needs to be complete as we work towards getting a credible, transparent, acceptable commission. Are they prepared to be able to handle this? Because elections are sensitive. Have you seen the budget of IEBC? 45 billion. As in, I ask myself, with all the problems that we're having in our country, why are our elections expensive? We say we spend $22 per person for every electors, and while India, that has 1.5 billion people, 700 million voters, spends $1 per voter. So I ask myself, why we have put the price of politics so high, and I think it's high time we get back to our senses and we say, how best can we move this country forward?
Speaking of making the conversation complete, there's also the other issue of extending the election date.
Extending that one is it's fast. It's a self-interest, and very interesting about our politicians. When their interests converge, there is no opposition. Every member of parliament, because you see, they were voted in March, and they want the elections to go to March 2018, so that they can continue earning a salary. So yet the constitution is very clear on Article 109, 102, that says the date, the term of parliament ends when it comes to the next election. The election has already been fixed. It's on the second Tuesday every August, every 5 years. So I think it is a selfish thing, that and it's driven mainly by the legislators, and we should treat it as such. This is about your interest. It has nothing to do with the welfare of Kenyans.
Right now, yesterday there was also the Political Parties Amendment Act of 2016 that gave the president, the deputy governors, and their deputies immunity to retain their seats even if political parties they have dissolved. So of course, setting the stage now for setting up of JAP.
Yes, I think you can actually summarize that amendment by saying it was preparing or is it, I don't know if it's right to use the word cut and raise, it was preparing the platform for JAP or Jubilee Party to be formed, because they say they amended even Section 11 of the Parent Act to allow that political parties can either merge by forming another party or by dissolving and getting into one. So you can see the political environment was preparing for Jubilee Party. So one of the challenges that has come in well is, if you look at the history of our country, apart from Kanu, for example, if you look at President Kibaki, he died in 1997 under DP, 1997 and 1992. But in 2002, he went under NAC. And then by 2007, it was a Party of National Unity. If you look, I think we have not evolved and developed a political parties culture. Like as you say, in the West, are you a Democrat or are you a Republican? Are you a conservative or are you a Labour person? So I think we are, and it speaks a lot about either our political parties have not been able to capture our aspiration, because in the country, the rallying point is the tribe. As in, you can easily say Party Y belongs to this. I don't know if you are allowed to say this. You can say Party X belongs to this community. Party Y, it's the coastal region that has not been able to get it right. But these other regions, everybody has their parties, because the rallying point in our politics is the tribe. And it then tells us, why is it that we have not evolved this culture? Because we are even making the law, and you can see very well the amendment was driven towards preparing for Jubilee Party. Ask yourself, will Jubilee Party be the party to reckon come 2022? That our history seems not to tell us the case.
Right, of course, very interesting points there. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen, because there is still some discord, if I can use that word, no pun intended. There's still some discord in JAP. So is this going to help consolidate and put them together?
Yeah, you can see the amendment captures that, because it says political parties can either merge by forming a new political party or by getting into an existing political party. So you can see the tensions, because when we go to TNA and you go to URP, there are people who are already officials in those offices. The people who prepare themselves knowing that they are going to reap from the windfall come 2017. So when you tell these people to vacate office when an opportunity is coming come 2017, you are threatening interest, and therefore that's where the opposition has come, and the basis and the whole element of mistrust. For example, I come from the Rift, and when I go on the ground, people ask, will for example the deputy president be supported come 2022? You tell them only God knows that, but that speaks about do we trust one another? We've seen with the MOU within CORD that of 2013, 2017, 2022, we've already seen the conversation that is ongoing. So I think it's about trust. It is about our past experiences. MOUs have not been honored in the past, and that is the challenge. And of course, you are threatening interest. Political parties are getting finances from the political parties fund, and if you want to see 5 years under when the constitution passed, we were supposed to have a new registrar of political parties. But can you imagine 5 years down the line has gone, we don't have any, because the current one seems to take care of interests of all political parties. So they think they're very comfortable with that. So those are questions, and of course politics about interest, mediating them, who gets what, and mainly driven by perception. All
right, thank you so much, Vincent Kimasovbeg. I'll talk about a raft of issues, political and others as well. We're going to take a short commercial break, but remember you can continue to join the conversation. Let's talk using the hashtag Power Breakfast and 22422 throughout the entirety of the show. Good one.